Joining us now to discuss this truly historic hearing, Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey. He's a key member of the Judiciary Committee. Senator, thanks for joining us. During your remarks earlier today, you highlighted the history-making nature of Judge Jackson's nomination and the significance of diversifying the federal courts. Tell us why that's so important.
I mean, this is not normal. We've had 115 Supreme Court justices in the history of our country. 108 of them have been white men. And this is the first time ever we have seen a black woman be before the United States Senate Judiciary Committee for this kind of confirmation. It is extraordinary that this is happening, and it's about time. It's overdue. We all know that for generations there have been more diverse people qualified to get on the court, but they did not have a shot. We are doing something, all of us here in the Senate, we're doing something really special, and I know a lot of my colleagues, even on the other side of the aisle, understand the gravity of this historic moment and the glass ceiling that's being shattered.
Yeah, it is historic what's going on right now. The Senate Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, says Republicans will ask Judge Jackson.
I'm not hearing.
Can you hear me, Senator?
I hear you now, sorry.
Okay. Mitch McConnell says that they'll ask Judge Jackson tough questions this week, particularly about what Senator McConnell called her, quote, so-called empathy for particular parties and cases over others. What do you think he means by that?
I don't know what he means, but as a guy who used to work in legal clinics and knows full well that 80% of the people that enter our criminal courts can't afford lawyers, that very fundamentally to our judicial system, starting back in the days of John Adams, is giving people, no matter who they are, in that case, British soldiers who were part of the Boston Massacre, everyone deserves a defense. And so those people who step into that role, that is not a career, fast-moving career path like prosecutors often have to the bench. She became a public defender because she believes in the fundamental ideal of our nation that everyone deserves a vigorous defense. And I respect her for that. I honor her. And what's exceptional is that she will be the first person on the Supreme Court ever to be a public defender. Finally, we have someone who has that kind of experience and that kind of empathy gained from that experience on the Supreme Court.
As you know, Republicans are ramping up their attacks on Judge Jackson as being supposedly soft on crime. How do you respond to that line of criticism?
Well, I think you just look at the people that are endorsing her. Are you soft on crime if the Fraternal Order of Police, the largest police union in the country, is endorsing you? Are you soft on crime if the International Association of Chiefs of Police, one of the largest police organizations representing chiefs of police, her endorsements come from the right and the left, judges appointed by Republicans and Democrats. When she was on the Sentencing Commission, she joined with the majority. Sometimes she actually joined with Republicans against other Democrats. She's been an extraordinarily tough and fair judge. These attacks don't hold water, especially compared to the law enforcement leaders that are supporting her. And her herself and her family has a lot of police officers. That's the nature of who she is.
Very quickly, while I have you, a quick question on Ukraine, because you said on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, President Zelensky says a key city is being, quote, reduced to ashes. What more can the West do, the NATO allies, to help Ukraine hold on?
Well, there are ongoing efforts right now that are pretty considerable to see NATO joining together to make sure that Ukraine has more of the capabilities that they need to defend against this horrific efforts by Putin. What he is doing amounts to me to war crimes. It amounts to me of the sort of the ugliest type of invasion, the type of which we saw during World War II. And so I'm grateful, as in conversations with colleagues today, about our continued efforts to support the Ukrainian folks in alliance with other Western nations. This is horrific what we're seeing, but we are pulling together and investing, from the United States perspective, billions of dollars to support the Ukrainian defense.
Senator Cory Booker, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it very much. We'll have more news right after this.
Thank you.